Hello, everybody. Welcome to another video. Today we have a Saints rebuild. It should be pretty fun. It should be pretty different. Actually, the team's in a little different situation than a lot of other teams out there. Um, I tried to replicate the record, but due to how bad EA is, I won't be able to replicate everybody else's. Even though it gets close enough, right? But like, it's so stupid. I really don't like Madden at all. EA sucks. Gameplay sucks. I'm just here to do this, I guess, really. It's not necessarily my favorite game to play on my free time, I'll put it that way. We have some players to upgrade. We're still a pretty good overall, all things considered. Chris Olave's up to an 87 overall. That'll do it well. That'll do, just fine. We're gonna go ahead and try to re-sign some players. When I went to do it in the middle of the season, we had negative 14 million cap salary cap. Dang, I really suck salary cap. So we'll actually have to look and see if anybody has more interest now or whatever it is. Marcus Davenport would be fun to retain, but probably worth a little bit more than I'd like to pay him. Sure, if I gave him a 6.5 or 5.5, he might not take it. He did. So Marcus Davenport is back. He's always a pretty good target in free agency for us. Jawan Johnson, just with no interest. I'm not going to overpay on him. Although props to him. He's been balling recently for sure. That is always good to see. Yeah, let's hop into free agency. And we will go after Miko Hardman. Likely won't get him, but still worth going for. T.R. Tart, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Connor McGovern. We'll give them all good deals, and we'll see who comes on. It's T.R. Tart, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Connor McGovern. Just guys to come in right away and help us a little bit and kind of just give us at least a base for this next season. And I have a new draft class I'm working on about halfway through the third round at the time of recording. This at least years in the future in this rebuild, maybe actually in the future in real life. So I'm in the midst of working on a draft class, and so hopefully I'll be able to get realistic rebuilds out like crazy. Keep them moving, keep them pulling, you know what I'm saying? So just keep it going and whatnot, and that should be pretty fun to do as well. But we will actually hop into this one right here, this draft, without any sort of draft class or anything, without a first round pick. Sucks. This class, the more I look at it, I'm not even going to try to complain. I mean, this class is so good down the board. I mean, you have guys like this. This doesn't even look all that bad. Rhodes, Nick Cook right here. Mike Bayer looks fine. It looks good. Good. I mean, not all these guys look bad. Now, this safety looks good and can eventually take over for Brian Poole. I just ended up simulating my pick. All the good players were already off, so I guess we'll just take Dre Keys, and it'll probably do us a little better in the future than Marcus May. This guy right here, Reggie Collier, looks fine. I think he ran a 4.48, which isn't bad by any means. Probably 90 or 91 speed in the game. We got C catching traffic, B catching. The guy looks good. We'll just take him. Normal development, doesn't stink too bad, all things considered, right? So that's good stuff right there. Now this guy right here, this is an extreme gamble, but we're in the fourth round, and I think I'm okay taking the gamble. He's probably gonna suck if I had to guess, right? But yeah, I guess we'll take the gamble on him and keep it moving. Take a good look-see at the draft recap right here. 73, 70, and yeah, the tackle is not good. Got a 67 overall running back as well. So two good first, or I guess second and third round picks. Those are very solid for the spot that we took him in. I think Collier will do well as a maybe rotational fourth guy, even if he can develop into something else, that'd be awesome. But at the moment, I don't think that he'd play much of anything. So yeah, I guess on to next season. And yeah, we're back into another season on this rebuild. I don't know why I use quotes there. It is a rebuild. We're slowly working on here. We have Jameis Winston at quarterback, Benjamin, and Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, Deontay Hardy. A couple of good pieces here. We look to obviously improve on and whatnot. Tyrann Mathieu. Marshawn Lattimore. Probably want Paulson and Debo playing at like corner 3 or something over Bradley Roby. Don't get me wrong. Actually, let's put Austin Taylor in there. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Austin Taylor? Please be Austin. Oh, Alante. That's right. Okay. I knew it was something different and not really accustomed to the league. Specialists. Let's see what we got going here. Michael Thomas in the slot should produce pretty well. We'll put Paulson and Debo in the slot corner so he actually gets some reps and maybe develops. Kingsley Kiki playing in the interior is not ideal. Peyton Turner and Marcus Davenport. So yeah, I think this team's ready to go for year 2 here. I'm not sure when this is actually going to be released because this is only season 2 and it is Friday, right? Yep, Friday. So, just some thought in my head. I don't know. This might go out Tuesday, Monday. I don't know. Whenever you guys are seeing this is when it comes out. So you're welcome. Start the season 3 and 4. Probably not my finest moments. One of my finest seasons. One guy we want to bring back is Cesar Ruiz. He is 24 years old. He should come back for that right there. Very solid player. I guess he could be. Adam Troutman, finally leaving him in the dust. Jameis Winston, not even worth. It's not even worth paying. Nate Ellis, the punter, will be up and out of here. All right, Nate Ellis, get the out of my franchise. And we're going to move it along to see if we can make the playoffs. Actually, hopefully we don't. I want to get an earlier pick. Might be easier to trade up for. Or if we just get a super low pick, like a top 5 pick, it'll be super easy to trade up with. So, probably looking for a quarterback this offseason. I don't expect this to be a win now team. I think we're going to miss our window because of, guys like Alvin Kamara. Obviously, getting older, Michael Thomas, but we do have newer guys coming in as well and playing some pretty big roles for us earlier in their careers. So that's why this rebuild is so weird. This team is in such a weird age place, really, and we go 5-12. Let's go. Weird thing to celebrate, but this team is in such just a weird age place where it's kind of hard to rebuild in a way. So many pieces in so many different places age-wise that it's hard to kind of gauge your windows and your contracts and what, how long for some guys and how long for others. So interesting. Who got the weekly award this week? Very interested in this. It'd be Pete Werner. Pete Werner. I hated the way his name's spelled. I always have. I just opened up free agency to see Nick Bosa, and then I looked at the top right corner to see $24.3 million. I will give you guys a spoiler right now. That is not happening. Nobody really has interest in the team sucks. So what I meant earlier by contracts and whatnot and how to gauge how much you can give right now, we're just not in a position to be giving out big contracts, but trying to build for the future. Bringing in DeAndre Swift would be working with that. As he keeps developing and rising, and overall by the time maybe he takes over, he'd be close to a I don't know, maybe an 86 overall. And then Noah Fant for the future. I got his only offer, and then Ed Oliver. It'd be pretty awesome if he signed back. Could we got Noah Fant early? Ed Oliver still no contracts, and now he does. But we did get DeAndre Swift now. With Ed Oliver's interest, I probably would have interest back in him if it wasn't such a big contract. We'll go after Jonathan Grenard. Dude, sure. I don't care. I'll take anything at this point. Jonathan Grenard, solid player. I don't think he'll have the highest production on the team. And whether or not he's just a rotational guy or not, it's pretty cool to still have. And now we have the draft to worry about. So I think we pick probably top. Okay, I was gonna say top 10, but we are top 6, and we'll go ahead and look at the draft board here, looking at the players in the class to see if we want to make a move up for anyone or if we have to. This quarterback at the top here, Terry Bennett, doesn't look good. So this guy right here, he doesn't look awful. Probably gonna be a 71 overall though. Eric McLean, but a quarterback is still a quarterback, and I just don't see, a guy of good caliber down the board. Proven point right there. Just these guys just don't look anywhere near the part as Eric McLean here, who's projected to actually go number 2 overall. So should be cool. I'm trying to get this pick or this trade to go through right here. Number 6, Michael Thomas, and number 12 projected next year. Number 1, number 5 projected next year, and number 37. And we get close, but I just don't think the deal is possible to be obtainable. So what I'm actually going to go for is a little bit of this right here. Future 2, current 1, 6, and Michael Thomas, and that will not be enough. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. We're gonna add this future 7 into it, and it should get the job done. It is done deal. We'll pick up Eric McLean right here, but that trade alone just made wide receiver one of our biggest needs on the team for sure. Can't afford to trade back up, so at number 6 here in round 3, there is a receiver at the top of the board. 2 receivers actually at the top of the board here. So if anyone wants to take them, they can come take it from us. We'll trade our 3. Maybe find a couple of players that just aren't really needed on the team, if that's the nicest way to put it. And we'll try to acquire, yeah, we do actually acquire Tyler Boyd for the last end of his career pretty much. A 3rd, a 4 next year, and Andurus Pete over for Tyler Boyd. I think that's pretty fair. I like that pick, or I like that trade a lot right there. Nothing much to really say other than that. The biggest needs on the team is probably got to be outside linebacker or even inside linebacker, and a defensive tackle, for sure. Bro, I tried to trade this right here, Bradley Roby, a 4th and a 5th, just to not do it. So a 4th this year. All right, and if this is gonna be crazy, right, guys? I have to give a 3rd next year for it as well, dude. Oh my god, what if I give a 4th or a 3rd? No, get that out of here. What if I give a 5th and then another 5th next year for Damone Clark? Can we get him? No, it's actually less value than Bradley Roby. Done deal. We send Marcus May instead. He's out of here. Okay, well, I did not expect this to go through. A 4 and then a future 5 and a this year's 6th for Osa Odigizua. As we move into the very next season, I'll go ahead and upgrade these players here. It is another day for me. It is the next day. It is absolutely the 14th of January here in 2023. I almost said 2024 because I thought that might be where we were in the video game. Oh my god. Losing all senses and whatnot. So McLean is a 75 overall, star better development. Alvin Kamara, obviously, probably going to decline here soon. I think he's probably 28 at this point, maybe even 27. No, 29. All right, I was wrong. So, aging pretty fast, running back out of Tennessee. Never forget that one. Collier, Chris Olave, and Tyler Boyd. Noah Fant, new to this team this offseason. Defensively, we are lacking, pass rush. I think we'll have... I don't know what we'll look like, actually. We will have Peyton Turner at once off of one edge and Davenport off the other. But I guess we could do that. And Tier Tart and Odigizua there as well. Alontae Taylor getting some reps. Damone Clark to play a little bit of some time here, maybe develop into a starting role for us in the future at a 76 overall outside linebacker as well. Damone Clark had some injury concerns coming out of LSU. Probably was like a first-round talent, though. I do like the player a lot, so it should be interesting to see as we acquired him here in year number 3 of his career. McLean as well here. It should be fun and, look to see what he does here in his rookie year. Yeah, I guess let's just keep it moving. We have 2 breakout wide receivers, which leads me to believe our quarterback's having a good year, at least a little bit of a good year. We will go ahead and look at the stats and awards here. Eric McLean, not a good year at all, not even close. Definitely want to see a little bit more. 1 interception is pretty good, very conservative, but very good. Alvin Kamara doing his thing. Chris Olave doing what he needs to do. Tyler Boyd probably wants his usage to go up, if I had to guess. Probably needs to get a little bit more production being the wide receiver 2 on this team. And he's like wide receiver. He's 4th in receiving on the team in general. But 2 breakout wide receivers, I'm guessing Collier and then maybe even Chris Olave, as he's had a couple of good games this season. You could tell just because of his stat line. Eric McLean up 2 overalls. We might know his dev trait by now as well. So we will go take a little look-see at that one. What is Eric McLean's dev trait? It is not revealed yet. Okay. Highly anticipated there, but pretty much a buzzkill. Here on the defensive side of things, everything looks pretty good here. Sean Murphy-Bunting, Alontae Taylor, Debo here as well. Keys playing in that safety spot as well. Hopefully, I didn't check. Okay, yeah, no, we're good here at sub linebacker. I was thinking that maybe the safety was playing at sub linebacker again. Could not have that. Could not have that. Players ready to negotiate. What are we looking at here? Tyrann Matthews, a big one. Demario Davis. Dude, he's so old, man. Dude, I hate to do the guy like that, but come on. How are you gonna even like, limp to the next like season? Jeez, dude. He'll come back. Tyrann Matthews still a solid player. I think I want him for I can do a 2-year deal. And then the length is okay. Well, too bad. You're not getting a contract from us. Osa Odigizua. Do want to bring back as well. We'll see if he can come back. Shorter deals at the moment. We offered him a 5-year contract. That is more than enough for the rest of your career, likely. We will try to trade Paulson Adebo, and then perhaps Peyton Turner as well. We'll see how that can do. Maybe even Julian Okwara as well. Maybe for some draft capital this upcoming season. Done deal. Paulson Adebo, Peyton Turner, and a third for this year first from the Kansas City Chiefs. And we could shop Julian Okwara, or is it Romeo? Who do we have? Which one do we have? We have Julian. All right, that's what I thought. And then we'll have Grenard off the other edge, and then these two up the middle, of course. And then Damone could use an upgrade at middle linebacker. Done deal. Future fourth, Julian. Okay, I had to make sure my mic was muted. Julian Okwara, across for Brian Asamoah and this guy, I can't even pronounce his first name, and Evans. So just a depth corner. That's 25 years old, and Brian Asamoah to maybe take over Demario Davis's spot when time is right. Probably can get up there in overalls as well. I know we didn't really need linebacker that much, but like Demario Davis will be out of here soon. Promise you that much. Might even regress enough to the point where Asamoah is better by the end of this season, or I guess by the start of next. Another bad season, finished 6-11. I'm actually kind of excited to be doing this bad. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. Eric McLean. Things to like here. 4 interceptions is a thing to like. Alvin Kamara regressing heavily. It might be time for some DeAndre Swift. Chris Olave over 1,500 yards. That'll do for me for sure. Tackles. Pete Werner at 133, but Demario Davis racking up 137 is crazy. TFLs. Osa Odigizua at 12 leading the team. And Marcus Davenport leading the team in sacks with 9. 8.5 from Jonathan Grenard, exactly what I wanted and expected from him. Osa Odigizua, 7.5. T.R. Tart with 3 with 9 TFLs. Pete Werner was in the backfield quite a bit. And then Alontae Taylor with 6 interceptions is exceptional for sure. Marshall Lattimore with 3, 1, 1, and 1 there from all those guys. So we're in the market for probably a safety this season, or this offseason, preferably a free safety. And speaking of, we know McLean's depth chart now. We have to. What is it? Please give me at superstar. Let's freaking go. 79 overall. Awesome. Great pick. But now we have to reserve money for him to be signed, which sucks. But something I don't mind doing for sure. And I actually ended up signing back Tyrann Matthew. I'll probably just be a sign and trade guy, even though we'll take a pretty good hit from it. I do want Pete Werner back, for sure. It's just whether or not I want him for the money that he's worth. And he's just not interested in signing. I want Osa Odigizua for sure. 7 years is fine with me. 3.3 million and then 4 million signing bonus is fine with me as well. So it looks like we'll just have to get rid of Pete Werner. It's kind of a bummer, actually. And if we want a heavy hitter at wide receiver, I think it's time to invest in one, whether it's Devontae Smith, Brandon Ayuk, or even a guy like Elijah Moore down the board. I think it's probably time that we invest in at least one of them. I'm just curious what Michael Thomas is going for, if we want to bring him in for another year to help our quarterback out. Just bring in some veterans. We have already Tyler Boyd in that room as well. No tight ends probably worth looking at. And then Rashawn Slater's here with a little bit of interest, but I'm sure he has interest from other teams as well. I'll let you guys know. See, now here's the deal with Frankie Louvu. He wouldn't really play as a pass rusher, but he's getting paid like one, which just absolutely sucks because I'm not willing to do that. If I were to do anything like that, it'd have to be either Hassan Reddick or something like that. It just sucks the way that stupid freaking contracts work in this game, man. So we'll go after Michael Thomas, Jamin Davis, and Eric Stokes. So what I saw basically at free safety was Javon Holland. I would have much appreciated a pickup like Javon Holland on the team, but unfortunately, no interest, and he's probably worth a buttload other than that. So we will just review our offers we have. I wouldn't be surprised if we got all of them right away, but Michael Thomas is here, and then Jamin Davis is getting highly bidded on. I do need a linebacker, though, so I will go ahead and raise the stakes for him, pay a lot for him. It's just going to suck paying his contract, but I think he'll be worth it. I don't know. I feel like it could be worth it. Michael Thomas here, maybe need to invest a little bit more into, but I'm just not willing. I'll go ahead and like look at the receivers now and see if anyone's still like available down the board, just in case we don't get him, and no one I really like. So if we get him, cool. If not, oh well. We ended up not getting Michael Thomas, which is fine, like I said. But we are into the draft now, and we have the pick numero 7. So interesting board, I'm guessing, that we have here. Maybe if a wide receiver can fall to us, that'd be great. So there's no one really towards the top I want, but these two right here both look very good. I want both Gio Holmes and Taylor Givens. Or wait, no, I want both Taylor Givens and Easton Atkins. I also wouldn't mind Matthew Minor right here. That doesn't... Okay, hang on. Done deal. So we go back to number 13. And then we pick up an additional second this year by giving away our third this year. And then we swap next year's seconds with the Arizona Cardinals. And now we skip up to our pick at number 13 here. And hopefully none of our players go, because I really want those guys. And we have one more pick to go. So no matter what, we'll get at least one of them. So the guys I'm looking at that I traded up, or I guess traded down for, really, are right here. Aren't supposed to go for a while, but don't want to risk anything. Taylor Givens and Easton Atkins. Also wouldn't mind any of these guys in this range right here as well. So I might have to trade for a couple more picks, but who I'm going to go for here is probably Taylor Givens, hoping that he's not a bad athlete. He said, Roger Goodell, I don't care about your combine. That's what he said. B-man coverage. See, I mean, he just looks good. Let's go with Taylor Givens first. Normal dev stinks, by the way. Oh my god. That really does suck. Done deal. So a 1 this year moves up to 18. We give away Alvin Kamara to the Chargers and bring on Sebastian Joseph Day for salary cap reasons. I don't know why I keep saying cap salary. Just not the right way to put it. So now we go to number 18 here, and hopefully none of our guys go off the board. And if one of them do, it's not a big deal. It actually is good, considering I just simulated the fucking pick, dude. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Done deal. We get rid of 39 and 52 this year, and then a future 5th for number 20. Dude, I'm such a fucking idiot, dude. I hate this game. I hate it, dude. I hate myself, really. And Kevin Watkins goes off the board, of course. I think that's the defensive tackle I wanted. Let's see. Is it? It is. It definitely was, dude. That was going to be my pick here at this point. Dude, this game sucks. Dude, I don't even know who to go for anymore. Is it going to be Easton Atkins? If he runs a sub 4.4, then, or like sub 4.5, I guess. Okay. Well, he brings, I mean, a lot to the table here. Easton Atkins looks really good. I want Easton Atkins, but I also wouldn't mind Matthew Minor or Justin Richardson even this far down the board. One thing that would kill me is like 4.5 speed, and he's got elite speed at corner. Dude, it's such a tough place I'm in right now, and skipping that pick really sucks, dude. It really does. All right, I'm convinced. Let's go Easton Atkins here, normal development 2. I'm gonna punch someone, dude. I'm gonna do it. And now that all the other players are off the board, I really don't know who to go with. Oscar Parra looks fine. Dude, that really just drained me, man. I did not mean to skip that shit, dude. I wish that there wasn't a why can you skip your pick if you're in the NFL draft? Why? If you're on the pick and you're ready to make it, why would you ever advance through it? It's so stupid. I know it's still my error, right? But like, it's so stupid, man. Normal development again. I quit. And plus, it drafted us a middle linebacker. That's the last thing we freaking needed, dude. Oh my god. 75, 74, 75, 74. Good draft. Cool. All normal development players. Maybe Clayton Vernon isn't. I don't care about him. We are into another year of the rebuild. And, I mean, let's check the team. Let's check it out. Let's see how we look. Superstar development at quarterback is huge. Collier is actually developing. Tyler Boyd probably on the regressing side. If not, he will be after this season, almost for sure. This guy might be a suitable starter in a few years, but we might not need him then. Yeah, I don't know really what to tell you guys. We got a good offensive line here. Good. I say that, intentionally. Tight end 2 is a bit weak. Noah Fant, number 1 isn't bad at all. Defense. Oh goodness, defensively. Demario Davis should probably be out of here soon. This guy had normal dev, but Brian Asamoah, well, I wanted to be the guy. But obviously the draft incident wasn't that great. Yeah. Alontae Taylor, Sean Murphy, Bunting, Eric Stokes, all in this cornerback room now. Jonathan Grenard, Tier Tar, Odigizua, and Davenport. We also brought in Sebastian Joseph Day. I forgot we can probably trade him. But in the specialists, we will start Damone Clark and Jamin Davis. Try to get, one of their depth traits up at least. It'll take a lot of tackles, and it's a pretty long shot, but I think that we have a chance to see at least one of their depth traits go up. And wow, we're off to a good start. We start 5-1. Very good stuff. I was going to go ahead and just snap right to the good old stats. Eric McLean not throwing for anything godly or anything like that, but 3 interceptions. Still, just keeping it in front of him, keeping it nice, keeping it consistent. DeAndre Swift finally gets the nod at starting running back and isn't doing that great. Tyler Boyd producing at a very high level early here in this season. Defensively, Eric Stokes leads the team in tackles, is not ideal. Jamin Davis is next up. Then Damone Clark with 33 is not what I'm looking for. Jonathan Grenard, 6 TFLs, leads the team. Marcus Davenport next with 4. T.A. Tart and Osa Odigizua there. And then the top producers at sacks, Jonathan Grenard and Marcus Davenport, both doing their part. I think that's it for stats. I don't think I've got anywhere else to go, really. Let's see what we got here with players ready to negotiate and who we have to negotiate with. Obviously, Chris Olave, Alontae Taylor probably be traded. I do want Penning back. Damone Clark I want back. Sebastian Joseph Day will be gone. Probably want Asamoah back, and that'll be it for that. But let's go ahead and try to make a big deal with our boy here. I think that this should be able to do it. Oh my goodness, man. It's so tough trying to sign guys with no interest. It really does. Trevor Penning I want back for sure. Stud, left tackle. This should get it done. There it is. Give him some longevity here as well. Demario Davis, Damone Clark, I want 5. Give him 3.5 over 3.5. Find a better offer in free agency. I don't doubt that, my man. I don't doubt that. And then Brian Asamoah, I'm just going to have to let walk. I can't afford to pay another middle linebacker, especially with Damone Clark and Jamin Davis. Same sort of player on the team. So instead, I'm not sure what we're going to try to do here, who we're going to try to replace. It's going to be tough. I'm not sure. We'll look for a position that's in play. Done deal, Reggie Collier, Alontae Taylor, and a next year third for this year first from the Detroit Lions. And now we still just have to deal out our guy, Sebastian Joseph Day. And who's this guy right here? Oscar Pera? Yeah, sure, I guess. Whatever. Done deal, Sebastian Joseph Day and Asamoah for a projected middle, close to top, and second round pick. So a good flip right there, good flip flop. I understand that we're dismantling the team, but it's not even that far. These guys are further down the depth chart than they are above it. And so now we're just gonna really have to try to make deals with who was it? Was it Chris Olave? And probably Damone Clark, and that is probably all I'm going to be interested in the rest of this draft or rest of the season. Goes on, I'll probably just simulate a week, try to get him back, and I'll do my national focus. And I just gave $13 million salary, $9 million bonus, and a 7-year deal to Chris Olave. Welcome back, my guy, in the best of ways. And Damone Clark actually has a lot of interest now, so I think I can actually take these down to $3 million each, and that is exactly the offer he was hoping for, even though he just turned it down not even 5 seconds ago. We are officially 8-1, right? 6-1. Wow, I'm off. And I get back just to see that we didn't do that great. Finished the season off on a pretty bad run. If I do say so myself. Jordan Love's killing it. Curious what team he's on. Eric McLean, though, talk about killing it. Absolutely killing it. 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, only 11 interceptions. We'll take it for a second-year guy. DeAndre Swift probably needs to be better if he's going to secure a future on this team. Tyler Boyd doing his thing late in his career, for sure, putting up career numbers. And then Jamin Davis, 117, Eric Stokes, 108, and Damone Clark, 100. TFLs coming for, oh my goodness, this is good numbers here for just about everybody. Osa Odigizua as well. And then sack distribution, Jonathan Grenard getting in the backfield is kind of crazy to me. Didn't expect him to be that big of a piece. And look at the turnovers. Marshawn Lattimore, Taylor Givens. Why is he playing that much? Drake Keys, Tyrann Mathieu, and Eric Stokes. They're doing all the right things at all the right times. Still had even more to go through, and I'm sure forced fumbles were not off the charts, but at least on the charts. And we'll go ahead and look at upgradable players here. Pretty much everybody. Eric McLean might be up to Superstar X Factor after this season. It's pretty crazy. Had 3 upgrades here alone. in just the second half of the season. Let's go ahead and see if we can get past the Chicago Bears in the wild card matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, we lose. So, whatever. Head into the offseason. Don't think we really have much to worry about. Okay, wait. So I was just like looking at the team, right? Keys, superstar development. Givens, superstar development. Both of our safeties are going to be really good. Both draft picks from me, by the way. When Tyrann Mathieu's out of here, Givens is going to have the go ahead. I'm guessing he was playing in the slot corner spot, if I had to guess. Givens right there as well. But I don't know. We'll see what this team does. Offensively, did not get superstar X Factor for McLean. Probably too many interceptions. Ramczyk probably going to be out of here soon. Trevor Penning, newly extended. I mean, we got a good team so far. Tyler Boyd was obviously great for us. And then Aikens developing well. DeAndre Swift, like I said, probably needs to rush a little bit better to have a good future on this team. So, and we have the opportunity to bring in Jameson Williams and Chris Olave onto the same team. I'd be okay with that personally. This contract is a bit much, but I mean, we've got cap room to spare. I think we could use another receiver. I think it just fits well. We do have to save money to pay our running back or pay our quarterback though. It's too much money. I'd rather, invest on a guy like Sky Moore. John Mechie's even here. I think he would fit well, although no normal dev really does suck. Let's see what Sky Moore. I was about to say Samori Toure. Not a guy up here, for sure. Chase Claypool. I think I'd rather get a guy, further down the board and just Easton, whatever we got. That kid. So we're trying to spare money, and then Petit Frere can come in when Ramczyk is done. I mean, he's got to be close. How old is he? 32 years old. Maybe he retires after the season. So we think ahead and get Nicholas Petit Frere. Also bringing Cam Taylor-Britt as just another corner on a very cheap contract. Both these guys will suit our team in the future for sure. Cam Taylor-Britt to play that number 4 / maybe even slot guy if we need the corner out of Nebraska. And then we keep $84 million on check. We've got to make sure that we can, keep our quarterback around, considering he's really good. And it sucks to see him develop this much early because he's going to be worth a buttload of money. Do bring in Nicholas Petit Frere after all as well. Only a 75 overall. I give him about a year to develop. Should be a 76 by the time he's a starter. Normal dev does suck though. He won't progress as much of a good rate. That's the best way I can put it in words right now. Really suck at thinking of words on the spot. Just also brought in Calvin Austin, speed receiver, should play a pretty minimal role, but if we need him, he's here. So I like the signing. We actually have the 8th overall pick in the draft. I'm guessing that is from the Detroit Lions. So we actually have a pretty good pick for someone that we might want / need. This guy doesn't look bad. Jonathan Curtis. I mean, I'll probably trade out of the spot. I'm going to be honest. Not many guys I see here. If I were to take anybody, it'd probably be a defensive lineman, maybe an offensive tackle, who is right here, Cameron Barnes or Barnes. I can't even tell you. I said the same name twice. Rudy Oliver at number 1 overall, probably 75 overall if I had to guess, somewhere around there. Strength is elite. He's got A to C's everywhere. And then I don't know. He could be pretty good. I'm not going to trade up for the number 1 overall pick, even with the number 8. I mean, if I wanted to, I could really trade up using our 2 first-round picks. I think we have, yeah. And we actually have 2 second-round picks as well. So we are in a tough situation here. So this guy down the board looks good. He can be bad, but he looks good. Big gamble. Great athlete. He is at about, where is he? Left tackle, is he? He is down all the way down here. Number 23. So if I want, I can sim to the 8th pick, and then I can trade down to maybe like 12, maybe 15, somewhere around here in this area, and then look at the board then. And then, I mean, this guy doesn't even look bad right here either. So we got a lot of options down the board. So I think I'll just find myself trading down. Even if we wanted to take a tight end, could. Nothing's holding us back from really anything. So I think this will be it right here, this trade with the Niners. That puts us down 5 spots, down to number 13. And hopefully the tackle does not get taken. And then we get some extra picks along the way. I'm doing this in just sheer pain in case he goes a pick before me or whatever it may be, and he didn't. Oh my god, it's always so scary. That last pick, anyone could go in like a 10 pick span, and just luckily he was at number 11. So Fusaro right here, he could be really good. He could also be very bad. It'll be interesting to see which one he is. He does have hidden dev. It is a good tell at his overall. And then at number 20, I have my eye on a guy. Let me tell you, I got my eye on. Matthew Sharp just goes off the board as well. Luckily, that is not my guy. Hopefully, my guy is still here. Not Cade Bush. It was a defensive tackle down the board. Should still be here, considering how far down the board he was. He's right here. Trent McGriff. Don't really need a defensive tackle, but I mean he looks good. I will like check out everybody else in the vicinity here as well, because I mean there's guys even like Larry Sheldon down the board who look absolutely incredible. I think we can trade this first round pick away. We do have a pick very soon coming up as well. Talk about Dante Taylor. Could have been teammates with Alante, but Trent McGriff here. Just all around good. B power moves, C finesse moves, B block shedding, B awareness. He looks good. I want to take him, but he will be available in what? How many picks? Okay, wait. Actually, we pick in like 14 picks, and he's not going to be there. Most likely, right? I mean, how far down the board is he? Yeah, he's at 18 picks down the board. I don't know what I'm doing. If I see a good player, I'm probably going to take it. And these guys all look good right here. Right end right here as well could be good. It's just such a tough tell. I mean, we need end over anything, really, especially if Gernard's not going to be here. I'm probably going to take a pretty deep look into all this, and then I'm not even sure. Like, it's such a tough decision right now. All right, I'm not sure how we don't take this guy right here. A awareness. I mean, everything looks good. Fast, very athletic, has hidden development right end. Terrell Session right there. And then we'll just go ahead and skip to my pick. And if one of those guys fell, then one of those guys fell, and hopefully we can only hope that the gods did it to us, and Trent McGriff is still here, along with who is the other guy? The other guy was Jeremiah Parks down the board, but I will definitely have to go Trent McGriff right here in this pick. Now, normal development still should be pretty good. We also have that other defensive tackle, probably good trade value at the minimum. Done deal. We're sending Tyrann Mathieu back to the Kansas City Chiefs, where he won a Super Bowl, and we'll bring in Trent McDuffie for the future, as Lattimore is getting older, and we just didn't really have that signified cornerback too. Obviously, we had Eric Stokes, Murphy Bunting, Cam Taylor-Britt. So now I can look to shop one of these guys, preferably Sean Murphy Bunting, being the older of the two, and makes a little bit more money. Done deal. We're sending Sean Murphy Bunting and future fourth and this year fourth for a younger edge guy, just to come off the edge once either Jonathan Grenard or Marcus Davenport. They're both 29 and whatnot. So, I mean, it is a little interesting. And I wanted to find Jake Ferguson as a backup tight end. I just really like the player. And so I thought that it would be interesting. And I just couldn't find him on any team. So if he's in free agency, I'd love to just snag him up. And here in the draft recap, how did we do? 73, 74, and a 73. Trent McGriff being the worst of the guys. Charles Fusaro, my bad. And Terrell Session. I mean, they're good. They're good players, right? Developmental pieces that we wait for our veterans to move out and they move in. So it's really not that bad. We're building for the future, considering we have to spend all of our money on our quarterback pretty soon here. So it's just good planning ahead and just doing what we need to do. Can't reach the free agents from here. I will get Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen, 27-year-old kid out of Wisconsin. Snag. Another day, another season. We're back with the Saints Saints rebuild. And we've got a couple of pieces here. I'm putting Easton Atkins at wide receiver 2 for this season. I think he's also playing the slot. He is. So he'll have a fair amount of opportunities to go up maybe a depth trade or two. Did bring in Jake Ferguson. I made that a point. Still trying to save money for the quarterback contract we have coming up. And then DeAndre Swift obviously isn't probably not going to be the long-term guy here. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. We have an okay defensive line, nothing to go home about or to write home about. Jamin Davis, this guy, and then Damone Clark. Okay linebacking crew. Eric Stokes, Keys, Givens. I mean, Marshawn Lattimore, McDuffie, Cam Taylor-Britt. We got a few things to like on this team for sure, but whether or not they perform, it's always a wild card, especially in Madden. Whether or not that it's always a gamble. It's always a toss-up whether or not they'll actually play up to expectations, but hopefully they do. And this is what I meant. We are 2-5, and I'm sorry if you guys just heard me put my phone down. 2-5 to start the season off. Not great. Do have to sign back 2 very good pieces that will be traded, I can assure you. Don't want Marshawn Lattimore at 30 years old. Okay, three really good pieces that will be traded. Dre Keys will obviously be signed back. You can't have superstar development and not come back for $3 million a year. I will very much take that contract. And then, yeah, these three pieces all be traded. Promise. Done deal. Marshawn Lattimore for a first this year, next year first, and Sky Moore from the Giants. I'm more than okay with that. You guys have no idea. And now to trade away Ramchek here should be an absolute trade, you know, whatever you want to call it, a trade. I forgot what it's called. Ryan Ramchek for Tyson Campbell, Greg Walters, and a third round pick this year. Probably could have gotten a little bit more out of him. Don't really care. I really didn't at the moment. And now we got Walters in here to play right tackle. Nicholas Petit Freyer, probably not our guy, meaning he can be traded along with wide receiver Tyler Boyd. And then obviously we have Sky Moore on the roster now. Probably want a middle linebacker. I'm going to add Cam Taylor-Britt to this as well. So we probably want a middle linebacker, a corner number 4, like a 70 overall, corner number 4, and maybe even like a first-round draft pick. Done deal. Cam Taylor-Britt, Tyler Boyd, and a fourth will get us a first, I think this year. I think it should be. So that will put us with, 3 first-round picks, middle, early, and pretty late. I'm fine with that. I'm pretty fine with that, actually. And then I actually didn't end up trading who? Who was it that I didn't end up trading? And we're not going to get a middle linebacker. It's just probably not going to happen. I ended up not trading Nicholas Petit Freyer because I want to go, trade him out, actually, for like a corner that is pretty invaluable, but like a 72 overall. If I can find one, Manny Nash be a good addition, but not looking for that big of a trade. So yeah, this trade will go through. Nicholas Petit Freyer for McKnight, just someone to come in and play corner number 4, if need be, like in like 2 packages maybe. And then that 4th round pick. Done deal. We get the superstar X Factor B Jones over here for backup running back. That's his contract expiring this year, and that is a 4th round pick where it's like all that blank stuff right there. And then Jonathan Grenard, we have someone to replace him, so fun trading him away. So the new look team will have this offensive line. Receivers are still fine. Probably could use another one. And then this is the defense now with this guy in the mix. He will play with Jamin Davis. I'm fine with that. Damone Clark, still good with him there. I want to develop him more. Rush right end, Ellington, Marcus Davenport, Tierra Tart, Osa Odigizua, Eric Stokes, Easton Atkins will still play the slot, and then obviously DeAndre Swift. And we finished 7-10. It's not the best record. Go ahead and check the stats. Jordan Love threw for the most yards in the league with Eric McCain at number 8. Hopefully he's keeping his interceptions to a minimum. It's not quite the minimum, right? Still a bit much. DeAndre Swift not quite breaking that 1,000 barrier once again. 3 receivers over 1,000 with Noah Fant close. Good seasons there. I wish Easton Atkins did a little bit more. He might still get star development though. Should be a little bit better in the long run and make that look like an even better pick. Jamin Davis leads the team in tackles. TFLs, what are we looking at? Tierra Tart with 18, Marcus Davenport with 15, and then sack numbers are kind of down. Tierra Tart with 7, Ellington with 7, Marcus Davenport with 5.5, Osa Odigizua 3.5. So not quite what you really want to see from your team. Eric Stokes had led the team in interceptions, tied with Trent McDuffie, of course, and then few things on the board, but yeah, I mean, good season, all things considered. I think that all we can do now is just move to the offseason to get better. We're going after Martin Bennett, this defensive tackle, this tight end, this left end, and Tony Pollard for a year. I don't know how many of these guys we'll get, but we got 2 of the guys that I really wanted. The tight end that we can start. I'm gonna switch to KC Playbook. It's pretty much the vision for this guy right here, and he's on for another 5 years now. With Devron Irons, now an elite edge player for us. So I like that a lot. And if we can bring Tony Pollard on to be kind of a playmaker for a year, I think that would be great. And up the middle, who do we have? We have Tierra Tart and Osa Odigizua along with Oscar Pera. Don't need a defensive tackle necessarily. And I think that for the last year here, we'll have, now we have Devron Irons, and then we'll have dude, Marcus. Wait, what was his name, dude? Why can't I think of his name? the guy, you guys know who I'm talking about, Marcus Davenport. And then the other guy, Ellington, will take his spot whenever he's done. Um, so yeah, we're built well. We're built well for sure. Well, we actually didn't end up getting whatever his name is, Tony Pollard. So um, it's fine. I don't need a running back like right now. I'm sure DeAndre Swift will do for another year. Looking at the draft class now, no one really towards the top really surprises me. There are a couple of guys like down the board that maybe wouldn't be so bad. Just every like here and there, there's a couple of guys where it's like, wow, okay, they can be good. Um, I don't know. So, I mean, I have the what 10th pick, 10th and 12th pick. So we'll be picking twice around this range, but that'll probably be like down here. Maybe Paul Cheeks, absolute stud name by the way. Physicals run to 4.44. I want him. He would be nice. Just does he fall to number 13? Yeah, we pick at 10. I'm not sure. We might have to trade up. Yeah, so he made it one pick from ours, which is super sad because I really wanted Paul Cheeks. I was thinking about trading up, but Falcons ended up taking him. There's still Lamar Shields on the board. I'm sure he runs faster. No, it runs actually the same time. B catching, C man, C whatever. Doesn't look like a quality pick at number 10. I'd probably be better off trading this pick with the guys on the board. Joe Wynn, you could always use offensive linemen in this game for sure. He looks really good. Sure, Joe Wynn, welcome to the team. And then we'll probably end up, I mean, obviously you hate star development or you hate normal development. You want star. We'll see what sort of players on the board here, and then we might bundle our first rounders to actually go do something. The Raphael Bullet actually down the board looks pretty good. So I think that I will literally trade this pick away, skip to number 32, and take that wide receiver down the board. We'll see what we can get for this one, though. Done deal. So we get a next year first from the Chiefs, along with Isaiah Pacheco, giving away DeAndre Swift, Noah Fant with our first round pick. Now, I really like that swap right there. It really worked out for us. And they move up. Let's see who they take, actually. Let's see it. Lamar Shields. Okay, I did not mean to resume the draft. But yeah, our guy should be there at number 32. So we'll go to 32, and we should be able to take our guy, wide receiver. Can't even remember like where he's from or whatever. But Raphael Bullet looks good. Runs a 4.41, 4.42. Yeah, actually. So I mean, look at him. Looks good. Let's take Raphael down the board. Hidden development. Good stuff. So it is weird. Doug Springs is just sitting at the top of the board. Once again, just don't need him. Greg Sutherland down here also looks pretty good as well. Khalil Ware, Kyle Lipton. Some guys look good, but like worth it? Probably not. And that's why I like looking down the board to maybe even make a trade for Christopher Price. Ooh, this looks good right here. Except a 4.51. How tall is he though? 6'2". He's a physical wide receiver. A spec catch. Yeah, actually, I'm going to grab him. I know you guys might have something to say about these picks right here, going back-to-back wide receivers, but I really don't care. Christopher Price looks like a very good player, and I'm going to stick with it. And then we might be able to find someone even worth. It seems to be a deep draft class in the third round, so let's take a little look-see. Philip Felder down the board looks incredible at tight end. There were a couple of good prospects up the board. I think one was I can't even remember what they are. They're not important. Let's go with Mr. Felder here. Looks great. And we did good. A little bit worse than I thought, actually. But Raphael Bullet was insane for the value that that was like the asking price at 21 years old as well. He's also a physical wide receiver with 93 speed. Acceleration could probably be a little bit better. And then Joe Wynn at the top of the board was fine. And I expected Christopher Price to be a bit better. I'm not sure what was so wrong with him. And then Philip Felder, 68 overall. All good picks. Probably would have taken back the Christopher Price pick if I knew he was, like this. It is what it is. I guess we can always trade, right? Oh, okay. This changes things up a little bit. Session, who I think we drafted last year, is a superstar X Factor. I want him playing immediately, and then Irons will sit for this year. And then Osa Odigizua might have retired, actually. What in the world happened to Osa? It looks like it. So Oscar Parra will actually take his place. Damone Clark still developing. Jamin Davis is okay. Just a little team update right here. But I can't believe he's a superstar X Factor. Session doing his thing. Yeah, obviously Isaiah Pacheco's new. Put Bullet in the number 2 spot and in the slots. Should perform well. And then this is our offensive line here. We've got a couple of good quality, backups. that we could move if anyone wants to retire or anything. And then Sky Moore's our number 3 is pretty good. And then Easton Atkins will kind of ride the bench for the season pretty much. Start off better than we have in the past, 4-3. And do we finally have to extend our quarterback? Yes, we do. And he's got some interest, which helps. I will give this man the world. I want to extend him for 7 years, 20 million. And yes, so he is brought back, and we still have plenty of cap space left. Eric McCoy, I'm fine letting go. Benjamin Jones, I obviously want back. I hopefully won't have to overpay like too hard on him. I think that this deal should get it done. It doesn't. I really wish it did. TR Tart's going to be on his way. Elton Ellington, I need back. If he's part of our future plans for sure. Don't need to overpay on him. I think he should come back for this, and he does. Like I said, we signed our cornerback or our quarterback back, and he is good. Connor McGovern on like a 1-year deal, 1.5. Should just come back for maybe a bridge guy, offensive lineman. Demario Smart, don't care about him. Braden Mann, we have, didn't even know. Yeah, I mean, we're good. We're in a good place. Probably gonna have to work with Benjamin Jones a little bit more, and then maybe trade Davenport and McCoy. I think that's just our best deal at this point. We could use him to the end of the season. Yeah, I think we'll actually just keep him to the end of the season. Both valuable players, both playing pretty big role. And Raphael Bullitt, that's right, I forgot. He is still has, normal, better development. We're gonna see what we have with him for sure. What does he got? He's got a star. That's fine. I wasn't really expecting more, but if he had more, I would be more than grateful for it. McLean finally, new contract, obviously. Defensively here, Irons, Ellington, Davenport, Session. I'm curious how Session's doing. And then Campbell, McDuffie, Stokes. Everybody looks good. Take a quick look-see at the stats on the season as well. McLean's doing well rushing. Pacheco's doing a lot better than what we saw from DeAndre Swift just a year ago. Raphael Bullitt doing his thing. Defensively, Jamin Davis, tackles, leader in tackles. TFL's TR Tart doing his thing. Sacks, Marcus Davenport, Evans, and really haven't seen anything from Session. Interesting. It doesn't even look like he's getting snaps. Actually ended up signing Eric McCoy onto a bigger deal, by the way. And then I'm down paying Benjamin Jones this much. He's just a valuable player with superstar X factor, and if we could sign him on for long term, let him develop under under our team, I think that really works out in the long run. And so I'm happy we gave him that contract. I had to sim one more week, and we win. We start 5-3. Let's see what we make the playoffs with. We do make the wild card with a 9-8 record. I do want to see the stats on the season though. McLean. I mean, my bad. I keep calling him McCain, don't I? It's 47, 31, and 12. Not bad. Isaiah Pacheco doing his thing. A lot better than DeAndre Swift was. Garrison Flowers, Chris Olave, and then Raphael Bullitt actually will get 1,000. Barely breaks it. Leading the team in touchdowns, though. Defensively, a lot of tackles to go around. Jeez. Drake Key's also doing his thing. Jamin Davis. TR Tart with 17 TFLs. Marcus Davenport with 15 of those. Jamin Davis got back there, but Marcus Davenport 11.5. Devon Irons. Dude, I suck at reading right now. Jesus. Oscar Para did what he needed to do, really. Benjamin Jones was fine. Interceptions, 4 for Trent McDuffie. Good stuff. And we'll try to get past the number 1, or I guess week 1 matchup, the wild card matchup against the Carolina Panthers, and we do. Yes, we do, by 3 points. Now we're on to the 13-4, looking like unbeatable Giants. Oh my God. Big Blue wrecking crew, ready to wreck our season pretty much, and that's pretty much how I see it. I mean, this team looks very good with a 91 defense. I mean, we're same overall, but they just look good. 13-4 as well is solid. Let's see what we can do. We beat them, actually. So it looks like when I have no confidence, it's better. Who had the weekly award, though? It was Eric Stokes, 2 interceptions in 1 game. That's how you stop him right there. Probably not Daniel Jones, because we know he's the GOAT. So he's not throwing 2 interceptions in a playoff game. Never could we ever see that. NFC Conference Championship game. To go to the Super Bowl, we have to beat the Washington Commanders, another NFC East opponent. They are also the same, and we are in the Super Bowl. Let's go. We're in the Super Bowl against the KC Chiefs. We had both, we had McLean. with 3 touchdowns. He got sacked 5 times. 2 carries for 9 yards, 276 yards was fine. 5 times, you cannot get sacked that much, dude. That is just crazy. Upgrading players here. We got some pretty big ones. Both of our safeties, actually, to be specific. And we'll go ahead and have a Super Bowl matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs, sitting at an 87 overall. Almost identical. Okay, well, not quite identical to us, but we were an 88 all across. And they are a little bit more inconsistent than us. Let's hop into this game. We are here. Does Kansas City Chiefs really have, like, home field advantage? What is this? Where are we? No, we are in Tampa. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Go to Super Sim. We're going to jump towards the end of the game here. And we're going to see, you know, what could happen. We'll just do fast. So far, no one scored. KC's the first one. 10-0. Can we get points? Any points to go around after the half, entering the third quarter. Low-scoring Super Bowl affair, 7-17. Do get the stop. And where are we at right now? Oh, we're going to try to stop a field goal from 20 yards. Oh, wait, no, we're scoring a field... Come on, guys. Are we going to take a field goal right here? Nah, you know what? I'm going to go for the freaking tutty. It's stupid. It's stupid, but it's the Super Bowl. It's all or nothing right here. We're going to do it. Play type. Probably go with like a screen pass look, at least. Can we flip that? Go HB screen. How much do I trust Isaiah Pacheco right here? Tell me I don't run that in. Oh my god, I'm not actually about to be dumb. I'm going to run it in. Oh god, why did I snap the ball? Pacheco, touchdown. Oh my god. Extra point is up and good. We'll see what sort of defense we could play here against this KC Chief team. And big play here for the Chiefs. For some reason, they can do that. I'm happy with the out of bounds. 3 interceptions from Pat Mahomes. I'm not quite sure what gave him that big play. It was pretty stupid, actually. I'm not quite sure what really led that to happen. But could use a pick here. No, they will be tackled in bounds. Not going to use my timeouts here. We need to stop. This is what we need. We need to stop. Jones here. I see Superstar X Factor on keys, which is actually pretty cool. I'm actually going to use her. Okay, I guess TR Tart. Oh my god, we almost got an interception to seal it. Or not seal it quite, but we were almost there. We created some pressure with TR Tart. 3rd and 4 now. We're going to try to get like a user interception here, playing underneath. And actually, no. Can we absolutely flatten him? We can't. There is a flag, though. Maybe holding. It is a holding, but was pat down before the first 4th and 1. We're declining. We're going 4th and 1, and they're going to go for it. We might regret this. We might just regret this. Nobody's on Juju. No one's on Boo Boo. And yeah, we're going to regret going for it there. Or, declining that penalty. Is that Noah Fant? We just got dunked on by 2. We'll use her Jamin Davis. I want to actually cover DeAndre Swift out of the backfield, or do I? Just make a... What is that tackle animation? Oh my goodness. And we might want to start using our timeouts after next possession here. Yeah, they need a touchdown here to make it a 2-possession game. I should have accepted that penalty. They're waiting until that clock is far down there. And can we get a forced fumble or something? We'll go ahead and use a timeout now. Maybe one now, and then the 2-minute warning will help us out. And then we want all in. We want all in. Stack the box. Get out there. And I'm going to miss the tackle as well. Oh my god. DeAndre Swift down to the 1. Oh, we probably just lost the Super Bowl. Bad call. Pinch the line. Just sucks to like really do that. Try to get into the backfield immediately. Can't shed. Nothing. It's just a free touchdown. The final in the Super Bowl. 14-24. Nothing I can really say about that. And on that good beat, I think that we can stop the rebuild here. I'll do the offseason for fun. And then, get back to you guys if we can have a good offseason. And I'll do it just completely by myself. But it was a good little run there. But yeah, I'll definitely do the offseason and update you guys whether or not I'm going another season. I'm not sure yet, though. So I really think that we had a successful offseason. I think that's pretty fair to say, right? We kept a 83-82 or 80 even 1 Overall offensive line kept Greg Flowers up to super. No, he was at superstar. Fell there as our tight end too. And then Jamison Williams brought in Bullets up to superstar development. McLean, still here, 87 overall. Defensively, this is where a lot of things changed right here. Quay Walker's here now. Damone Clark still here. Keys, Givens. Then we brought in Denzel Ward. Tyson Campbell will take the bench. Well, not the bench, really. He'll still play a lot. Then, we obviously have a lot of talent on the defensive line now, as we have Chandler Jones, Deron Payne. Then we'll actually bring in McLean, and then Irons will get the job done. The other side of him, Bullet will still play the slot wide receiver. We brought in, that Torrance guy to come in and play, number 4, corner number 4. So, yeah, went all in, traded literally our whole future away just for pretty much this season. We are a pretty high overall team, and I think that we should be able to get her done. But believe me, if there's any season I think that we're gonna lose, it's gonna be this one. We're gonna be like 1-5, maybe even 1-6, 1-7 at the midseason point. So I'm interested to see how this team will do. Considering it's too good, probably be horrible. And at the midseason mark, we're actually 3-3. But I thought we'd be, we're by far the best team in football. But are we playing like that? Probably not. Knowing this game. Isaiah Pacheco running for almost 6 per carry, hitting the prime of his career at the right time. Garrison Flowers actually leading the team in receiving. A lot of guys contributing a lot. Even Isaiah Pacheco still doing his thing defensively. Quay, Benjamin, a lot of stuff going around. Devin Irons finally stepping up to the plate here and getting some sack production. Most of these guys are. Chris Jones not really doing a great job. I mean, tied for the lead in TFLs, I guess, but I don't know. I kind of expect a little bit more out of him, if that makes any sense, as my hair is falling out of my headset. Forgive me. I mean, my hair is an absolute mess. I would put it back up right now, but I don't care. And we actually have so much money, and I actually already brought back like half of the team. Submitted an offer on Andrew McLean, which is actually the most expensive one. Cesar Ruiz, I'm not really interested in. Givens, I might, but don't have the option to yet. So, it doesn't matter. We're not going even another year anyways, regardless. No matter what, I promise. So we'll just sim to the playoffs in this one and see how we can close off the season, see if we can go to another Super Bowl and see how the team does in its final year when we are like a 90 overall team. So the point we're simulating so long because we're so far into the simulation. So simulating literally takes years. We do make the wild card at 10-7. We are a 91 overall team. I do really want to see these numbers here. Eric McLean, still not that great. 43 passing touchdowns is pretty good. Rushing, Isaiah Pacheco having a career year. 5 per carry on 10 touchdowns. Olave, Raphael Bullet over 1,000. Jamison Williams takes kind of the back seat, goes to 900. Garrison Flowers was okay. Tackles, Quay Walker leads the team. And TFLs, by the way. Benjamin Jones getting it done. But Chris Jones, McLean, and Evans, who both go over 11 sacks, or I guess go over 10 sacks, one getting 11.5. 11, and then 7 for Chris Jones, 5.5 for Deron Payne, 3 for Benjamin Jones, starting to play some really good football. And then I'm curious with the interceptions. Tyson Campbell with 4, Trent McDuffie with 4, Dre Keys with 2, Damone Clark with 1, Taylor Givens with 1, Cameron Torrance with 1. I kind of forgot Damone Clark was even on this team. But, yeah, I guess I really like this team right now. We really have a realistic shot at the playoffs, or at the Super Bowl here. Obviously, we have a good shot at the playoffs. We are in it as a solid 91 overall team all around. Andrew McLean, 2 more upgrades along with Raphael Bullet getting the same treatment as well. So, I mean, a lot of good stuff from our team. But only to go 10-7 is kind of disappointing. Obviously, you have a team this good. You're not even the best in your division. Sucks, but go 1, we win. We win, of course. Then we got the Big Blue Wrecking Crew standing in our way. We were able to beat them last year. I'm not even worried about it. We'll pass them in a minute. Just kidding. You never really know with Madden. A freaking 78 overall team could beat us at any moment, and you wouldn't know. So it's not like the luck of the draw or whatever, but it's still like kind of a, wow, I can lose this. And yeah, we lose. It's just fair. It's only fair that we lose. It's stupid. We have a 91 overall team. It's crazy. But yeah, we'll take a final look at the team. But I do want to thank you guys, especially if you watched till now. That is crazy. I appreciate you. I really do. And for more content like this, should have a rebuild coming out like once a week or so. Make sure to hit that sub button. And yeah, I mean, Bullet is doing really well. I really like the draft pick there. Started at 75 overall, 2 or 3 years into his career now. 70 or is an 84 now, but superstar development. Bright future for him. If you guys want to see a future on this, I'll keep the file around for sure. And you guys can we can continue this, considering we have the money to do so. And like kind of keep a 90. It's just all the veterans that are going to retire is what I'm worried about. I mean, over 30 years old, 30 years old, 30 years old. McDuffie's getting there. 30 years old almost. He's 29. And then a lot of offensive linemen. Penning's like 30, 31, probably 30 by now as well. And then Pacheco's probably 30. Olave's probably there. Williams is like 28. So a lot to worry about if we're going to do a future on this. But yeah, that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. It really does mean a lot. Make sure to subscribe, like I said, for more content like this. And leave a like on this video if you guys did enjoy it. That's all I can really say. That's all I'm really going to do. And that's all I'm going to leave you guys with. So that'll be it for me. See you guys next time.